Hello everybody, this is the Dongle Bomber of Zelda Worlds, and welcome to a short video that I've created on the running man in Ocarina of Time. As a kid, you'll find him running through Hyrule Field at nighttime, and you have to give him the bunny hood in order to complete the Happy Mask side quest. However, as an adult, you can go into Gerudo Valley and find him inside the Carpenter's tent. Now, be warned, this will only work after you have completed the Spirit Temple because, well, after you've rescued the guards, because then the bridge will be back up. And you'll see why in a moment. So you can run inside, and he's sitting right here in the back, sitting down. And he decides to explain himself and what he does. He has a true competitive spirit, and he seems to race and beat all of his challengers, whether they're man or beast. So he decides to challenge you, Link, to a race. So he goes ahead and gives you his high score to the bridge in the Lost Woods, which is at around 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and that shouldn't be hard. You can even get there and under that record by running. And he says he's going to give you a head start. So that's your first option, is just to try running over to Lost Woods, which is pretty easy. I suggest using the backwards run. As you can see, there's a timer up there, and as long as you get there in under 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you'd expect that everything to be fine. So you just want to continue with the backwards run. I sort of messed up and read the sign there. But you want to take, of course, the quickest path across Hyrule Field, which is, just go straight across the side to Kokiri Forest. Once you get there, you can go ahead and run inside, even if you're under his record, which I am right now, and he's already there. He then proceeds to explain to you that he's beaten you by 1 second, so even though we don't see him running at all, apparently he's beaten us, so that's very strange, as we did beat his record. So he'll proceed to run off, and really, that kind of wowed me when I first saw that. But anyway, our second option would be to talk to him again, and then take Epona across Hyrule Field. Since his new record is at 1 minute and 57 seconds, or whatever, was 1 second less than your time, then you want to take Epona, and you can easily make it there in under the record that he just set again. And he is still here. He is beaten us again by 1 second. The exact same text will show up, and he will run off yet again. Pretty confusing. Alright, the last option you really have that makes sense is to warp. So you can go ahead and run outside, and the quickest warp point would be to play the Minuet of Forest. So you can go ahead and play that. Now, this would make sense. However, if you remember from the Big Goron Sword side quest, if you warp when there's those items that will expire, your times automatically run out. Well, a similar thing happens right here, and as you can see, the time is already up at 4 minutes, and you're out of time automatically. And his little text pops up, which is supposedly him talking. So really, the running man is not beatable. Now, there have been theories saying that he can be beat, and I have tested it, and I'm going to show you that right now, actually. The theory is that, since there's the whole 7-year Ocarina of Time transition, that you will go back to Young Link, then wait at the Kokiri Bridge for him to show up. Now, you may think that might not make sense, but when you think about it, it kind of does, because, essentially, you would wait there in-game, which is about a week, so 7 years equals about a week in real life, if you take into account the night-day cycle. Anyway, so you, again, want to head into the Temple of Time, and become a Kokiri, and run back to the bridge, and then, supposedly, you just wait for him. Also, you cannot actually warp here. Same thing will happen that happened if you, like when you warped to the Minuet of Forest. So you have to run, and then just watch this animation play out. Pretty cool. Not like we haven't seen it a million times already. Alright, so from here you'll see that the timer is still counting down, and you want to go ahead and run to Kokiri Forest. Now, one notable difference this time is the running man is not waiting here, and that's because, as a kid, he's always running around in Hyrule Field. But this basically is where the thing comes into play, where if you were to wait for 7 years, even though this message pops up, if you wait for 7 years in-game, which is a week out in real life, leaving your system on, then he will pop up. Now, I have, and you'll win actually, but I've waited with a GameCube on, not mine. I use my cousin's old GameCube, but I've waited forever, and he does not pop up ever, like not once. So basically, some people theorize that this is hinting at the mailman in Majora's Mask, which he actually is the same model as the mailman. But I just believe it's just a mess up in the game design, or just something to purposely get players mad. So this video is just basically here to say that the Running Man is not beatable unless you cheat and somehow hack into the game. But in game, you cannot beat the Running Man. And well, this is Dodongo Bomber signing out. See you guys in the next video.